Hello class, today we're going to be studying for geography your zones of latitude, okay? So we're going to look at latitude, we're going to look at longitude, we're going to look at the equator and the prime meridian and distinguish the two. Then we're going to look at how those affect our climate zones today in class. Okay, so we all know that the first thing we're going to label on our pretend Earth right here on the board is going to be the equator. The equator is going to be in red, and it is at 0 degrees. That is known as the equator. Okay, we have our equator labeled. Next one we're going to label is going to be our prime meridian. Prime meridian is at 0 degrees longitude. 0 degrees longitude, also known as the prime meridian. Okay, there are also some other points on the map that we need to label to get started here. And these points are going to be at 33.5 degrees north, excuse me, 23. It's actually 23.5 degrees north. And that black line is an imaginary line on the globe known as the Tropic of Cancer. Okay, so that's 23.5 degrees north. We also have a line at 23.5 degrees south. So 23.5 degrees south, and that is known as the Tropic of Capricorn. All right, we have a couple more areas that we need to label on our globe up here. I'll just label them in red, okay? So at 66.5 degrees north, this is known as the Arctic Circle. Then we also have another one at 66.5 degrees south latitude, which we're going to put on our pretend globe. And that is known as the Antarctic Circle. Okay, so just a quick recap here. We have the equator at 0 degrees latitude. We have the prime meridian, which runs north and south, at 0 degrees longitude. We have our Tropic of Cancer, which is 23.5 degrees north. Our Tropic of Capricorn, which is 23.5 degrees south. We have our Arctic Circle, which is 66.5 degrees north. And our Antarctic Circle, which is 66.5 degrees south. Okay, now we need to label the areas here. So these markers on our globe are going to tell us what the climate zones are. And there are 3 different types of climate zones. The first climate zone is known as low latitude. The second climate zone is mid latitude. And the third climate zone is high latitude. Now these are based on their number. So the higher the number for latitude, the higher it's going to be. Mid-latitude, so let's just get started here. Low latitude numbers fall between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer. So this area in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn is known as our low latitude zone. Our second climate zone is known as the mid-latitude zone. The mid-latitude zone is in 2 places. It is between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle. So this is our mid-latitude zone. And it's also between the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle. So this is also our mid-latitude zone. Okay? Then we have one more zone, which is our high latitude zone, and that is anywhere from the Arctic Circle to the North Pole. So that is going to be our high latitude zone, and we also have a high latitude zone on the southern tip, which is the Antarctic Circle to the South Pole. So this is also high latitude zones. Okay, there are some nicknames for these zones that we're going to talk about. For low latitude zone, this nickname is called the tropics. Okay, for mid latitude zone, this is known as the temperate zone. So both of them, temperate zone. And the high latitude zones are also known as the polar zones. So I'm just going to leave you with a question here. In which one of these zones do you think, based on what we've learned about the tilt of the Earth, which one of these zones do you think would experience 4 seasonal changes, including winter, fall, and summer? Thank you for watching.